The vast darkness of space stretched endlessly. Stars twinkled like distant fires, but the silence of the universe was broken only by the soft hum of a small human warship drifting alone. Its hull was scarred, metal torn in places, and sparks flew from damaged panels. Every flicker of light on the ship's surface told a story of battles fought, and battles barely survived. Inside the command bridge, the crew moved with quiet urgency. The captain, a seasoned officer named Commander Hale, stood in front of the control panel, his face pale but determined. His eyes scanned the glowing radar screens. The readings were impossible. Hundreds of massive ships, moving like predators, were converging toward their location. The alien fleet. These numbers can't be real, muttered Lieutenant Cora, her fingers trembling on the navigation console. It's an entire armada. Hale didn't respond immediately. He knew what she meant. The aliens believed that humanity was extinct, believed that no human ship could possibly survive in this part of the galaxy. They were wrong. The hum of the engines shifted as the ship creaked under the stress of traveling too long in the void, too long without proper repairs. Sparks flew from the hull again. Alarms blinked red. The tiny ship, once part of a larger fleet, was now alone. But it still carried humanity's last hope. Hale's voice cut through the bridge, steady and firm. We are humanity's last hope. Remember that. Every decision you make from now on matters. Stay sharp, stay alive. The crew nodded, swallowing their fear. They had trained for this, dreamed of moments like this, but nothing in their lessons could prepare them for facing a fleet that could crush entire planets without effort. On the main screen, the alien ships appeared. Towering vessels, black and silver, with strange glowing energy coursing across their hulls. Their shapes were terrifying, unlike anything humans had seen. The fleet moved with precision, as if the ships themselves shared one mind. Every second they grew closer. Lieutenant Cora's voice shook slightly. Commander, they are already within firing range. Hale's eyes narrowed. Then we fight smart. Speed and tactics over strength. They may be stronger, but we are clever. The first shots fired. Massive energy beams cut through the dark vacuum, lighting up the void in jagged streaks of blue and orange. The human ship shuddered as a beam grazed its shields, leaving cracks of glowing energy that threatened to explode. Sparks flew inside the bridge. A loose panel fell from the ceiling, and the crew ducked instinctively. Shields at 30%, shouted the weapons officer. Hale slammed his fist on the console. Evasive maneuvers. Take us through the asteroid field. Now! The ship twisted and turned, small thrusters flaring as it weaved between floating rocks and debris. The alien fleet's main guns fired relentlessly, but they couldn't hit the nimble human ship. Every missed shot was a reminder of humanity's resilience, a small victory in a sea of danger. Still, Hale knew this was only the beginning. The aliens had underestimated humanity for centuries. They had laughed at Earth, dismissed humans as weak and primitive. And now they thought they were about to finish what they had started. But humanity had survived, and humanity had adapted. Captain, sensors detect multiple ships preparing for a flank, reported the tactical officer. They are trying to trap us. Hale's jaw tightened. Let them try. We will not go quietly into extinction. Prepare countermeasures. Deploy decoys and energy disruptors. Make them think twice before firing. The crew worked with precision, though fear gripped them. Their hands moved over controls like trained musicians, following every command, every order, knowing that one mistake could end them all. Outside, the alien fleet loomed larger, their strange lights casting eerie shadows on the human ship. It was a David versus Goliath moment, and humanity was armed with nothing but courage, skill, and hope. Minutes passed like hours. Every heartbeat in the human ship was loud, every alarm a thunderclap in their minds. The aliens closed in, relentless, confident, cruel. Yet, Hale refused to panic. He looked at his crew and spoke quietly, but with authority that cut through the fear. Remember this moment. Whatever happens, we are not defeated yet. Humanity will fight, Humanity will survive. Humanity will win. A sudden blast rocked the ship, throwing sparks across the bridge. The crew clung to rails and consoles, their faces pale, but their determination stronger than ever. Outside, the alien armada seemed unstoppable. Yet the little human ship danced through the void, alive, clever, defiant. The bridge went silent for a heartbeat. Then, Hale whispered, almost to himself, "Can one small ship survive a fleet that can destroy entire planets? Let's find out." And with that, the tiny vessel accelerated into the heart of danger, ready to prove that even in the darkest corners of space, humanity refuses to die. The tiny human warship darted through the blackness of space, its engines roaring as they flared against the darkness. Sparks still flew from its damaged hull, but the crew had adapted quickly. Every hand on the bridge moved with purpose, their fear replaced by focus. They were small, yes, but they were humans, clever, brave, and stubborn. Outside, the alien armada spread out like a living storm. Towers of black and silver ships bristled with weapons, their strange energy pulsating like heartbeat. The aliens still believed humanity was weak, gone, extinct. They had underestimated the resolve of humans, and that would be their first mistake. Lieutenant Cora leaned over the tactical console, her fingers flying over the controls. "Captain, sensors indicate alien supply ships behind the main fleet. If we can strike them, we can create chaos in their formation." Commander Hale's eyes narrowed. A faint smile appeared on his face. "Exactly. Hit their supply lines first. Make them feel fear before they even see us coming." The human ship changed course, slipping between asteroid belts and shattered debris from previous battles. Its size made it hard to target, and its movements were unpredictable, like a small predator dancing around monsters. On the bridge, the weapons officer prepared the human ship's secret weapons, small, highly concentrated energy missiles capable of taking down alien cruisers. Most of the human fleet's technology was considered outdated, but it had been modified with ingenuity and strategy. One well-placed strike could destroy an alien vessel 10 times its size. "Weapons locked, Captain," said the officer. "Shall we fire?" Hale nodded. "Do it. Hit their supply fleet first. Let the rest of them panic." The missiles shot forward, glowing trails of blue and orange slicing through the void. They struck the supply ships with precise accuracy, explosions erupting in brilliant flashes. Alien ships swerved, some colliding with each other, others firing blindly in confusion. Chaos spread through the alien formation like wildfire. "Look at them," Cora whispered, disbelief in her voice. "They weren't expecting this." Hale's expression hardened. "No, they thought humans were extinct. That mistake will cost them dearly." The alien fleet regrouped quickly. Massive cannons unleashed torrents of energy, sweeping across the black emptiness. The human ship dodged, weaving like a thread through a needle, sparks flying as alien beams grazed its shields. Every moment was life or death. Hale gave quick orders, his voice calm, commanding, "Deploy decoys, use energy disruptors. Keep them guessing." The human ship released several small drones, shimmering holographic images of itself, confusing the alien targeting systems. Beams missed, striking asteroids and empty space. The aliens roared in frustration, their arrogance replaced by irritation. Yet, the humans were not just surviving, they were striking back. Using stealth maneuvers and clever tactics, they targeted the alien armada's weak points, taking down small cruisers and crippling supply lines. Each victory was tiny, but it was enough to make the aliens hesitate. They had never fought opponents like this, small, unpredictable, and intelligent. Cora's eyes widened as sensors picked up a new movement. "Captain, the flankers are closing in from the left. They're faster than we thought." Hale's mind raced. He calculated angles, speeds, and energy outputs in seconds. "Prepare the main cannon. Use their momentum against them. We don't have the firepower to destroy all, but we can trap them." The human ship shot forward, weaving through a dense asteroid field. Alien ships pursued, their guns firing relentlessly. Hale waited for the perfect moment. When the largest flanker was in position, the human ship spun sharply, releasing a chain of energy pulses. The flanker collided with a massive asteroid, its hull cracking and sending debris flying in all directions. "Direct hit!" shouted the weapons officer. "They're disoriented." Hale's lips curved into a small, grim smile. "That's how we fight. One move at a time. Cleverness over strength. Speed over size. Humanity survives by thinking." But the aliens were not defeated yet. From the shadows of the fleet, a massive battleship emerged, larger and faster than the rest. Its energy shields glowed bright purple, and its cannons aimed straight for the human ship. "They've brought out the big one," Cora muttered, panic creeping into her voice. Hale's eyes were calm. "Then we give them a reason to fear us. Prepare the cloaking field and set the trap." The human ship vanished from the alien sensors for a brief moment, reappearing behind the massive battleship. With precision and timing, they struck the alien vessel's weak points. Explosions ripped through its hull, and alarms blared. Alien crews screamed orders, but it was too late. The small human ship had outsmarted them again. The bridge fell silent for a heartbeat. Then the crew cheered quietly. They were battered, tired, and scared, but they were winning. Against all odds, against impossible numbers, humanity was proving that survival was not just luck. It was courage, skill, and strategy. Hale looked at the alien fleet stretching into the void. "They think this is a galaxy without humans. They are wrong. Humanity fights. Humanity survives. Humanity strikes back." Outside, the stars continued to shine, indifferent to the battle below. But within this small human ship, a fire burned brighter than any star. The fire of hope, determination, and unyielding spirit. The alien armada may have thought they controlled the galaxy, but they had never faced humans at their full cunning. And now they were learning the first lesson. Humans are dangerous even when they seem small. The alien fleet had been confident. For centuries, they had ruled the galaxy, crushing any species that dared resist. And humans? Extinct, a forgotten threat. But now, the reality of humanity's cunning and bravery was hitting them like a shockwave. In the largest alien command ship, a massive chamber glowed with purple light. Strange, crystalline structures pulsated rhythmically, almost like a heartbeat, while alien commanders hovered above floating platforms. Their faces were unreadable, but the tension in the room was undeniable. "The humans are stronger than we thought," hissed one young commander, his voice trembling slightly. "Their ship, it moves too fast. They strike where we are weakest. They are unpredictable." The lead commander, a towering figure with glowing veins across his skin, slammed his clawed hand on the control panel. "Impossible. They are only one ship, one small vessel. How can a single human fight an entire fleet?" Another commander spoke, his voice quivering. "They destroyed our supply lines. Several cruisers. Our formation is falling apart. They are clever." The lead commander's eyes narrowed. "Prepare the main fleets. Surround the human ship. Use everything we have. Do not underestimate them again. They are humans. Dangerous, yes, but still, only humans." Meanwhile, Commander Hale and his crew on the human ship were aware that the aliens were adapting. Sensors showed formations shifting, flanking maneuvers increasing, and massive battleships preparing for direct attacks. "They know we're here, Captain," Cora said, her voice tense. "They're changing tactics. They're not just chasing us, they're setting traps." Hale nodded slowly. "Good. Let them waste their energy. Let them think they control the battle. But humans survive with brains, not just weapons." Outside, the human ship moved like a shadow. It dodged energy blasts, released decoys, and struck with precision. Yet even as the humans fought, the aliens were learning. They observed patterns, weaknesses, and habits. It was only a matter of time before the humans faced the full might of the alien intellect. The aliens launched a new attack. Hundreds of ships coordinated, firing energy waves in a deadly pattern. Each beam cut through the void with terrifying speed. The human ship's shields flickered dangerously. Sparks flew inside the bridge, and alarms screamed. "Shields at 20%, shouted the weapons officer. If another hit comes. Hold, Hale barked. Prepare the reverse maneuver. Use the asteroid belt to our advantage. Let them follow us where we control the battlefield. The human ship twisted sharply, weaving through massive space rocks. Alien beams struck asteroids instead, sending chunks of rock flying like deadly projectiles. Some alien ships were damaged, forced to retreat temporarily. But the aliens were relentless. From the back of the fleet, the largest battleship, an enormous, glowing vessel, moved forward, its massive cannons aimed directly at the human ship. Its shields were almost impossible to pierce. They're bringing out the heavy artillery, Cora whispered, fear in her voice. Hale's eyes were cold, calculating. Then we'll use their arrogance against them. Prepare the cloaking field. We will strike where they least expect it. The human ship vanished briefly from alien sensors, reappearing behind the massive vessel. With careful timing, it fired concentrated energy blasts at the battleship's weak points. Explosions tore through the alien ship, and alarms blared across the fleet. Other alien ships hesitated, unsure how to respond. In the alien command chamber, panic rippled. They've struck the core of the battleship. Impossible. How? Silence! The lead commander roared. His voice echoed through the chamber. Double the firepower. Target the human vessel. Leave nothing alive. Back on the human ship, Hale's crew prepared for the next wave. Every move was calculated, every decision critical. They were exhausted, battered, but determination burned in their eyes. They are learning, said Cora, studying the radar. We can't keep up this game forever. They'll adapt again, faster next time. Hale's jaw tightened. Then we make sure we hit hard before they can adapt. Humanity survives by thinking ahead, not by brute force alone. Let's remind them why humans are dangerous. The human ship darted forward, striking several alien vessels simultaneously. The aliens roared in frustration. Their coordinated tactics were being dismantled by one small ship and its clever crew. Every move the humans made was unpredictable, every attack precise. But the aliens were not defeated yet. A squadron of stealth ships emerged from the shadows, flanking the human ship from unexpected angles. The battle intensified, lasers and energy pulses crisscrossing the void. Sparks and debris rained across the human bridge. "Captain, we are surrounded," shouted the tactical officer. Hale's eyes were sharp, calm. "No, we are never surrounded. The galaxy is large, and clever humans always find a way. Deploy the plasma net. Prepare the trap." The humans released a web of energy nets, ensnaring several alien ships. Explosions followed, sending debris scattering across space. The remaining alien ships hesitated, their confidence shaken for the first time. Inside the command bridge of the alien flagship, the lead commander clenched his fists. Humans? Dangerous, resilient, impossible to destroy. His glowing eyes reflected a rare emotion, fear. And on the tiny human ship, Hale whispered to his crew, "They think they control this battle. They are wrong. Humanity fights. Humanity survives. Humanity will win." The stars continued to shine, silent witnesses to the struggle below. And though the humans were small, battered, and alone, their spirit burned brighter than any weapon the aliens could wield. The lesson was clear: the galaxy had underestimated humanity, and that mistake would cost them dearly. The small human warship continued to weave through the chaos of battle, sparks flying from its battered hull. Commander Hale stood on the bridge, his eyes scanning the readouts, his mind racing faster than any laser fired in the void. The aliens were strong, yes, but they had a blind spot: arrogance. They had never expected humans to survive, let alone fight back. Lieutenant Cora leaned forward, pointing at the sensors. "Captain, they are concentrating all forces ahead. They think we are retreating. They're focusing their firepower, preparing for a final strike." Hale's eyes narrowed. "Good. Let them think they are in control. But we're not done yet." For centuries, humanity had been underestimated. Earth had been ignored, considered primitive and weak. But humans had adapted, survived, and secretly built strength in the shadows. Hale knew it was time to reveal humanity's real power. "Activate the cloaking field," Hale commanded. The human ship vanished from alien sensors, disappearing into the black void. The alien fleet hesitated, scanning desperately for any trace of the small ship. Their confidence wavered. "Where did they go?" one alien commander demanded from his flagship. "They cannot hide from our sensors. They've vanished like ghosts," replied another, fear creeping into his voice. Meanwhile, the human ship moved swiftly, heading toward a hidden sector of the galaxy. There, concealed within a dense nebula, lay the remnants of a secret human fleet, powerful warships, long thought lost, cloaked from alien detection. Hale's voice was calm, but filled with quiet intensity. "Prepare for the reveal. The galaxy will see that humanity is not extinct. Humanity is alive, and stronger than anyone imagined." One by one, the cloaked warships activated, emerging from the nebula like shadows coming to life. Energy shields flickered on, weapons systems hummed, and engines roared. From the outside, it was a stunning sight. A fleet of human ships, small compared to the alien armada, but perfectly designed for speed, strategy, and surprise. Lieutenant Cora's mouth fell open. All this time, they were hiding here? This is incredible. Hale gave a small nod. "This is humanity's secret. They thought they could destroy us. They thought we were extinct. Now they will see the truth." The alien fleet, still chasing the lone ship, suddenly noticed unusual energy signatures. Their sensors detected ships appearing from nowhere, small but formidable, moving in perfect coordination. Panic rippled through the alien commanders. "More ships emerging from the nebula," one alien cried. The lead commander's eyes narrowed in anger. "Impossible. They cannot have survived. Deploy the fleets. Destroy them all." But it was too late. The human fleet moved with precision, striking quickly at supply lines and flanking alien warships. Explosions erupted across the void as missiles hit their targets. The aliens tried to regroup, but the humans' hidden strength had shattered their confidence. Hale directed the fleet with calm authority. "Focus on their weak points. Use speed and intelligence. Strike where they don't expect. Humanity fights smart." The human ships weaved in and out of asteroid fields, using every obstacle to their advantage. Energy beams from alien ships missed by inches, striking debris or other ships accidentally. Chaos spread through the alien armada. "Captain, the enemy's command ships are reacting," Cora said, eyes wide. "They are trying to regroup. They are afraid." Hale's lips curved into a small, grim smile. "Good. Fear is a powerful weapon. Let them realize that humanity cannot be crushed, cannot be predicted, cannot be destroyed." One alien battleship, larger than the rest, charged forward, determined to destroy the human flagship. But the human fleet anticipated this. Ships moved in perfect synchronization, surrounding the massive vessel. Concentrated fire from multiple human ships hit its weak points. Explosions ripped through its hull, and alarms screamed across the alien command. The alien fleet faltered. Their confidence was shaken. The young commander who had once mocked humans now stared at the sensors in disbelief. They are more than clever. They are dangerous, intelligent, unstoppable." Hale's voice resonated through the bridge, calm and commanding. "This is humanity's secret. Never underestimate us. We survive. We fight. We strike when least expected. Humanity is alive, and we will not go quietly into the dark." Outside, the stars of the galaxy continued to shine, silent witnesses to the battle. The human fleet, small but perfectly coordinated, moved like a shadow through space, striking fear into the hearts of a once arrogant alien empire. For the first time in centuries, the aliens realized that humans were no longer the species they could dismiss. They were survivors, fighters, and now they were a force that could challenge the galaxy itself. Hale looked at his crew, pride and determination shining in his eyes. The galaxy thought humans were extinct. They were wrong, and they will learn that underestimating humanity is the gravest mistake they could ever make. The human ships regrouped, ready to launch their next strike. The hidden fleet had changed the course of the battle. The galaxy, once silent about humanity, now trembled before the force it had ignored for too long. And in the midst of this darkness, one truth remained clear. Humanity had a secret, and that secret was about to rewrite the fate of the galaxy. The hidden human fleet surged from the nebula, engines blazing like stars. For the first time, the alien armada realized that they were not facing a single ship. They were facing an entire fleet, cunning, fast, and lethal. The void of space erupted into chaos as ships collided with lasers, energy pulses, and explosions. Commander Hale stood on the bridge of the lead ship, calm but focused. His crew worked like a single organism, every movement precise, every command executed with speed and accuracy. The humans had been underestimated for too long, but now they would show the galaxy the true strength of their species. "Captain," Cora said, pointing at the sensors, "their main fleet is trying to regroup. They're forming a defensive line near the outer asteroid belt. If we break it, the battle could shift completely in our favor." Hale nodded. "Prepare the strike team. Focus on weak points. Speed and strategy over brute force. Humanity survives by thinking ahead." The human ships split into small squads, darting between asteroids and debris. Each ship carried specialized weapons, missiles, energy disruptors, cloaking devices, all designed to confuse and overwhelm the aliens. The human fleet moved like shadows, unpredictable and precise. The first human attack struck the alien supply lines, destroying critical energy nodes. Explosions lit the darkness, debris scattering into the void. Confusion rippled through the alien armada. "What is this?" one alien commander shouted. "How can so few ships destroy so many of ours?" Hale's voice resonated through the bridge. "Focus on their strategy, not their size. Weakness is everywhere if you know where to look." Human squads moved in coordinated patterns, attacking the alien flanks. Each strike was calculated, designed to force the aliens into mistakes. Several cruisers collided with one another in panic, their weapons accidentally firing at friendly ships. The chaos grew with every passing second. "They're panicking," said the weapons officer. "Our attacks. They're working." Hale didn't relax. "Good. But we can't rely on luck. Keep the pressure. Hit their command ships next. Show them that humans are not just surviving, we are taking the fight to them." The largest alien battleship moved forward, its cannons aiming directly at the human fleet. It fired massive energy blasts, capable of destroying multiple human ships at once. But the humans had planned for this. Using asteroid fields, cloaking devices, and rapid maneuvers, they dodged the attacks with precision. "Concentrate fire on the flagship," Hale ordered. "Coordinate with all squads. Hit the weak points simultaneously." Energy beams, missiles, and plasma bolts rained down on the alien command ship. Shields flickered under the relentless assault. The alien crew struggled to maintain formation as smaller human squads cut off their reinforcements. Explosions tore through the massive vessel, and alarms screamed across the alien armada. Inside the alien command chamber, panic spread like wildfire. "Impossible!" shouted the lead commander. "They are only humans. How can they be so effective? They use strategy, cunning, they fight with intelligence," whispered the young commander, fear and admiration in his voice. Back on the human flagship, Hale's eyes scanned the battle. "This is what humans do best. We fight smart. We fight together. And we do not give up." Human ships continued their coordinated strikes, targeting alien weak points with precision. Supply lines were severed, flanks were broken, and morale among the alien ranks began to crumble. One by one, alien ships began to retreat, some surrendering, realizing that their centuries-long domination was being challenged by humans they had dismissed as extinct. Cora watched the sensors, disbelief on her face. "Captain, they're retreating. They're actually pulling back." Hale's lips curved into a faint smile. Not victory yet, but we've shifted the balance. This is the turning point. Humanity will not just survive, we will fight and we will win. Outside, the battlefield glowed with explosions, flashes of energy, and debris scattered across the void. The human fleet moved like a storm, precise and unstoppable. Every human ship, though smaller and fewer in number, struck where it counted most. The alien armada, once confident and arrogant, now reeled from the unexpected ferocity and strategy of humanity. The largest battleships had been damaged, supply lines destroyed, and confidence shattered. The galaxy had underestimated humans, and now the cost of that mistake was clear. Hale turned to his crew, his voice steady, calm, and commanding. Remember this: humanity survives through courage, intelligence, and unity. This is our moment. Every decision you make counts. Keep fighting. Humanity does not surrender. Humanity does not give up. Humanity wins. The human fleet pressed on, exploiting every weakness, every flaw in the alien formation. The tide of battle had shifted. What had begun as a desperate struggle for survival was now a campaign of dominance. The aliens had underestimated humans at their own peril. And for the first time in centuries, the galaxy realized a terrifying truth. Humans were not extinct. Humans were alive, cunning, and capable of reshaping the balance of power. The turning point had come, and humanity was on the path to victory. The galaxy held its breath. The human fleet, though battered and smaller in number, had grown in confidence and strategy. Their hidden ships, clever maneuvers, and relentless determination had shaken the alien armada to its core. But the ultimate challenge awaited. The main alien fleet, the strongest, most powerful armada ever assembled, was ready to crush humanity once and for all. Commander Hale stood on the bridge of the lead ship, eyes scanning the stars. The largest alien battleships loomed ahead, massive, black, and glowing with deadly energy. They were terrifying in scale, weapons capable of annihilating planets. And yet, Hale remained calm. His crew mirrored his focus, every officer poised and ready for the fight of their lives. "They've brought out everything," Lieutenant Cora said, her voice tense. "All command ships, all heavy artillery. They intend to wipe us out." Hale's jaw tightened. "Then we fight with everything we have. Speed, intelligence, courage. That is humanity's true power. Prepare the fleet. Today we face the impossible." Outside, the human ships surged forward like a storm, small but deadly. The alien fleet opened fire, massive energy beams slicing through space. Explosions lit the darkness as human ships dodged and weaved through debris, cloaked formations, and asteroid fields. Sparks flew inside the human flagship as laser fire grazed the hull. "Shields holding at 50%, reported the tactical officer. "If we take another direct hit, then we make it count," Hale said calmly. "Every shot, every movement, must strike true." The battle erupted in full force. Human ships split into squads, striking alien weak points with precision. Missiles found engines, energy disruptors jammed shields, and small, fast ships distracted the massive vessels. The aliens fired relentlessly, but the humans fought smart, anticipating their every move. "Captain," Cora shouted, pointing at the sensors. "The largest command ship is charging straight at us. Full firepower." Hale's eyes narrowed. "Then we give it a reason to fear. Deploy the plasma net. Engage the decoys." The human ship vanished from the alien sensors for a split second, reappearing behind the massive command vessel. A coordinated strike from multiple human ships hit simultaneously. Energy beams tore through shields, missiles detonated at critical points, and plasma charges disrupted the alien ship systems. Explosions rocked the battleship as alarms screamed. "Impossible," bellowed an alien commander. "They are only humans. How can they do this?" Hale remained calm. "This is how humans fight. Cleverness, courage, unity. We survive against all odds. We strike when they least expect." The alien fleet was staggering. Confidence had turned into fear. For the first time, they realized that humanity was not just clever, humans were relentless. Every strike, every maneuver, every sacrifice of the human crew reminded the aliens that victory was not guaranteed. The battle reached its peak. Massive energy waves collided with human shields, sending sparks and debris flying across the bridge. The crew fought tirelessly, operating weapons, adjusting shields, and calculating trajectories in split seconds. "Captain, the flagship's shields are down," shouted the weapons officer. "This is our chance." Hale nodded. "All ships, concentrate fire on the command core. Hit it together." Energy beams, missiles, and plasma blasts struck the alien flagship with pinpoint accuracy. Explosions tore through its hull, ripping apart engines and weapons. The alien crew scrambled, trying to contain the destruction, but it was too late. The massive vessel shuddered violently, then erupted in a brilliant explosion that lit up the void. The remaining alien ships faltered. Some attempted to regroup, but panic spread through the fleet. Their formations broke apart, smaller ships retreated, and morale collapsed. The humans pressed the advantage, striking where the aliens were weakest, relentless, and precise. Inside the alien command chamber, the lead commander's face was twisted with rage and disbelief. "Humans, impossible. They cannot be stopped." Meanwhile, Hale turned to his crew, pride and determination shining in his eyes. "This is what humans do. We survive. We fight. We win when the odds are against us. Humanity is alive, and we will never go quietly into the dark." The human fleet continued to move with precision, cleaning up the remaining alien forces. The void of space was filled with explosions, debris, and fire, but the human ships remained intact. One by one, the alien fleets surrendered or retreated, realizing that their centuries-long dominance was broken. Hale looked out at the stars, calm but exhausted. "We've done it. Not for glory, not for conquest, but for humanity. We survive. We fight. We endure." The galaxy had witnessed the impossible. A small human fleet had taken on the strongest alien armada and survived. Against all odds, humans had proven that determination, intelligence, and courage could triumph over sheer power. And in the darkness of space, the silent truth echoed. Humanity had survived, and in doing so had changed the balance of the galaxy forever. The galaxy was silent. The chaos of battle had ended, leaving behind the echoes of energy blasts and the drifting remnants of alien ships. Stars shone coldly over the battlefield, indifferent to the struggle that had just reshaped the course of history. The human fleet hovered, battered but alive. Sparks flew from damaged hulls, and smoke trailed from engines. Yet every ship remained operational. Commander Hale stood on the bridge of the lead ship, looking at the remnants of the alien armada. His face was tired, but his eyes burned with determination. Lieutenant Cora moved beside him, her hands still trembling slightly from the adrenaline of battle. "Captain, we did it. We actually did it." Hale nodded slowly, his jaw tight. "Yes, humanity did it. Against impossible odds, we survived. We fought, and we won. Not because we were the strongest, but because we refused to give up." Outside, the human fleet moved carefully through the scattered wreckage of alien ships. Energy shields flickered as they scanned for survivors or hidden threats, but the aliens were beaten. Their fleets had been shattered, their arrogance broken, and their confidence destroyed. The young alien commander, who had once mocked humanity, now stared at his damaged ships with disbelief. They were only humans. How could they defeat us? The lead alien commander's eyes glowed with anger and fear. "We underestimated them. That was our greatest mistake. Never again will we treat humans as weak." Back on the human flagship, Hale addressed his crew, his voice carrying across the bridge and the fleet through secure communication channels. "Today, the galaxy has learned a lesson. Humanity survives because we fight with courage, intelligence, and unity. We are not the species to dismiss. We are alive and we endure. We fight even when the odds are against us." The crew responded quietly, pride and relief reflected in their faces. Many had lost friends during the battles, yet none had lost hope. Humanity had shown that even in the face of a galaxy-wide empire, courage and cleverness could triumph. Cora spoke softly, almost to herself. We were so few, so small, and yet we changed everything. Hale placed a hand on her shoulder. Exactly. It is not the size of our fleet that matters. It is our resolve, our strategy, and our refusal to accept defeat. That is humanity's strength. As the human ships began to regroup, their sensors picked up faint energy signals from distant alien vessels attempting to flee. Hale considered pursuing them, but he shook his head. Humanity was not here to conquer. Not yet. Their goal had always been survival, endurance, and showing the galaxy that humans could not be erased. The fleet continued its slow formation, moving through the void with quiet dignity. The stars reflected off the human ships, a silent reminder that the galaxy was vast, full of challenges and wonders yet unseen, and humanity had survived to face them. Hale looked out at the infinite darkness, thinking of Earth, of the countless worlds humans had once called home, of the future they would now fight to protect. This is only the beginning, he whispered. The galaxy knows we exist. They know we will not be defeated, and they will remember that humans are a force to be reckoned with. The crew felt a quiet pride. They had fought the impossible, and their courage had reshaped history. The humans who had once been considered weak, primitive, and insignificant had now proven that determination, intelligence, and unity could defy even the greatest power in the galaxy. Outside, the last of the alien armada limped away, their ships damaged, morale broken, and fear etched into their faces. Humanity had survived a 1,000-year-old empire. They had survived when the odds were stacked impossibly against them. On the bridge, Hale turned to his crew one final time. We fight not for glory, not for conquest, but for survival. For our people, our species, and our future. Humanity endures. Humanity triumphs. And today, the galaxy has seen that nothing can extinguish our spirit. Cora smiled, relief and pride shining in her eyes. We really did it. Humanity won. Hale nodded, looking at the stars beyond. Yes, and we will continue to fight, to survive, to explore, and to thrive. Humanity is alive. Humanity is strong. Humanity is triumphant. As the fleet moved forward into uncharted space, the stars of the galaxy reflected on the human ships, like a quiet witness to their courage. For centuries, humans had been underestimated, dismissed, and forgotten. But now they had proven their place in the cosmos. The galaxy had learned a truth that would never be forgotten. Humanity survives. Humanity fights. Humanity triumphs. And in the endless expanse of stars, humanity's fire burned brighter than ever.